are in one. Oh, look at that!
Welcome to Colombia! Welcome, wonderful people all over the world. My name is Frank, I'm Swiss, and I live in Bogota, and I run a tour operator in Colombia. Today we are going to visit the Botanical Garden of Bogota. It's beautiful and also very big. It's on an area of 195,000 square meters. They have around 50,000 plants and I think 5,000 different orchids, and it was founded in 1955. So let's go in and find our guide, and then let's have a great tour.
Hi, my name is Daniela. You can call me Dani, and we are at the Botanical Garden in Bogota, one of the most beautiful places here in the capital city of Colombia. And I would like to introduce you some of the most beautiful collections that we have here. That is the Palmetum, where you can find a lot of palms. Okay. And I don't know if you know, but Colombia is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. And you will find, and actually we are the second place where you can find a lot of palm species. One of them is the one that is behind me. That is the wax palm, or in Spanish, palma de cera. That is the national palm of Colombia. And you can find it in Tolima, department of Colombia, or also the Quindío, that is very known for the Encanto movie. I don't know if you watch it. And well, that one that you can see over there can have like 60 or 70 meters height. It's very, very tall and beautiful. And it's endemic of our country. You can only find it here, so you have to come here to see it. I'm glad to be here with you guys, and of course I'm going to introduce you my office. This is my small and beautiful office, and well, actually are 20 hectares of vegetation of different collections, like 34 collections. We have more of 1,300 species here, roses, well, native or exotic plants. But mostly we can show you the flora of our country, as we are one of the most biodiverse country in the world. So you can find a lot of species and animals also associated with them, interacting with them. And behind me you will find the Tropicarium. It's a place, it's like a greenhouses where you can find different ecosystems that you will find here in Colombia, but it's just in one place. So it's like a travel to the tropical rainforest in the Chocó and the Amazon of my country, the tropical dry forest that is located in La Guajira, Cartagena, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, and also the Super Paramo, that is one of the highest ecosystems that we have here, next to the Paramo, between the Paramo and the glaciers that we still have in Colombia. So it's a very, very interesting place where you can learn and interact with plants from different regions of only one country. So are more than 30 collections, and actually there are like several sections where you can find them. Like you will find a map of the botanical garden, where you can find the collection of roses, that is the one that is behind us or in front of us. If you want to go to know the wax palm, or you have the palmetum, where you can find it. Or if you want to know the roble, that is a very strong tree that we have here, you can find the robles forest. And also there is a section of every single collection. And as you say, and particularly the part that is outside of the Tropicarium, you will find the vegetation associated with the Andean ecosystem, or the Alto Andino forest, or Bosque Alto Andino. That is where we are located here in Bogota. So the idea is that people knows which is or what is the ecosystem they are visiting or they are living here in Bogota. Because people think that Bogota is only a city with buildings and cars, but we are more than that. We're more than that, no? Like a natural ecosystem that calls Andean Alto Andino forest, okay? And also we have an attraction that is the one that I mentioned before, that is the Tropicarium, where you can find other types of ecosystems in Colombia, but it's are located in different regions. Like, you don't have to go to the Amazon to know the tropical rainforest. It's just right here. Or you don't have to go to the La Guajira to know the tropical dry forest. It's like a small part of our country. You know, it's in just one place. And the idea is to get interesting people to go over there to those places. So if you came here, you will find all of that and all that beautiful nature part of my country.
And also something for the audience. You might think, because Bogota is on 2,650 meters above sea level, in Switzerland there are almost no trees and plants. No trees, the border is I think about 1,600 meters. Here in Bogota, yes, we have palms and flowers, and Colombia is the second biggest flower producer in the world, and you will find roses, like the most beautiful roses in the world.
Okay, well, so you're very welcome here to the Tropicarium. This is the place where I work every single day. And as I mentioned you before, here we're going to find 3 different ecosystems that you can find in Colombia, but just in one place. So the first one that we are going to visit here is the Super Paramo. That name is super weird, but as Frank said before, Bogota is located over the 2,600 meters above sea level. And I already mentioned you that we are living in an ecosystem that it calls Alto Andino forest, okay? So the next ecosystem that you can find over the 3,000 meters above sea level is the Paramo. It's a very well-known ecosystem that we have here in Colombia. It's a weird ecosystem. Not all the countries around the world have it. Just 6 countries in America have this ecosystem. One is Colombia, the other ones are Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Costa Rica, and Panama. So it's very unique ecosystem. And as far as the people knows, this ecosystem is like a water sponge. Why? The vegetation have a special role. The main character of this Paramo are plants that are called frailejones. They don't have a translation in English, just frailejones. And the frailejones are well known because as when you see them in person, they have like hairy leaves that attract the humidity or water vapor into the leaves and then transform it into liquid water. So for that reason, the Paramos provide us water here in most of the cities in Colombia. In fact, Bogota have 3 Paramos, very important, and are surrounded the city. The biggest Paramo in the world, it's located at the south of the capital of Bogota, and it's called Sumapaz. I want to show you a picture of the big Sumapaz, just to letting you know about that. Okay, so now we are at the second ecosystem that we have here in the Tropicarium, and this is the tropical rainforest. In Colombia, it's well known for being in the Amazon, but also in the Chocó, in the Pacific of Colombia. And well, the characteristics of this ecosystem is that it's very hot, but also rains every single day. And the combination of these 2 factors creates humidity. And that is what you were going to feel when you came here. So the plants, the vegetation that it's around me, it's basically from different expeditions that people from the botanical garden did several years ago to obtain vegetation or vegetal material. And basically most of the plants that you would see here are native or endemic. And unfortunately, we primarize the plants that are in danger of extinction. So I would like to think the Tropicarium as a conservation place, as an education place also, to people got interest in what do we actually have in the Amazon. And I like to explain people about the flying rivers that provides water and to the main ecosystems of the mountain ecosystems like the Paramo. I mentioned that the Paramo is very cloudy, rains a lot also, but it comes a lot of clouds, and those clouds or that water, vapor water, it's come from here, from the Amazon. So I just want to share the importance to conserve the Amazon and the tropical rainforest in our country, just not for us in Colombia, it's for the entire planet, as the rainforest regulate the climate. Okay, and finally we are in the last ecosystem here in the Tropicarium. This is the tropical dry forest. So it's the contrast of the tropical rainforest. The periods of drought are very long, can last 4 to 6 months, and rains only 2 periods in the year. And for that reason, the vegetation here it's very unique to be adapted to the conditions and the very rough conditions that gives the tropical dry forest. People here give another name to this ecosystem, and some parts in Colombia call them deserts. And they are not deserts. Actually, in Colombia, we don't have deserts. We have tropical dry forest. And you can find this ecosystem in many places in Colombia, like La Guajira, Barranquilla, Cali, San Basilio de Palenque, some parts in Santander department, like Barichara, Barrancabermeja, Bucaramanga, etc. So unfortunately, is the ecosystem that it's most in danger in Colombia right now because of the change of land using. And this is the great tropical dry forest. We only have 8% of what we used to have of this ecosystem in Colombia. That's the sad history about this ecosystem.
Also, something you can find here is a maloca. This is a typical indigenous house that you can find in various regions of Colombia. Some of the indigenous tribes are actually not related, but their way of construction is very similar because you find the same construction materials all over Colombia, and also because of the temperature and optimizing it, and the culture and beliefs with the stars and the sky and everything. Many of those houses look very the same way. Hey Colombia traveler! Do not miss out on the great additional information we always provide below in the description sections of all our videos. Now back to the video.
Hi everyone, and now we are in the viewer of the Paramo. This is the Paramo collection, the ecosystem that I just mentioned in the Tropicarium before. And this place, it's very, very good for bird watching. People came here around the world just to watch birds. And as you can see, there are very trees in a dense vegetation that can provide you a very beautiful view of this collection. It's very nice to be here, and you can breathe as long as you want because the air here it's clean. So now we are in one of the last collections that we have here in the Botanical Garden, and it's a very, very beautiful and quiet place, but nobody came here, or just a few people came here because it's very, very far for the entrance of the Botanical Garden. But you can see a collection surrounded by cactus, but succulentas, and plants that resist drought, like the tropical dry forest that we saw in the Tropicarium. But this is like a transition between the tropical dry forest, the rainforest, and all that. You can find this kind of this type of ecosystem near to Bogota, in a location that it calls Ciudad Bolívar, and it's a very nice place. It's one of the natural reserves that we have into the capital city.
The Botanical Garden of Bogota, I really can recommend it to almost everybody to visit it. It's beautiful, it's big, there's so much variation of everything. There's also a restaurant and a coffee, you can go and walking around, and then the greenhouses, just awesome stuff. Really, really beautiful. If you have kids, you should come here. They can learn so much. It's possible to organize tours. You can call in advance, Spanish or English, then they will organize you a local guide. Do it, it really adds value. And that's it from the Botanical Garden here in Bogota. I wish you all the best. I hope to see you soon again here on my YouTube channel, or even better, very soon here in Colombia. All the best, just Colombia Frank. Bye bye.